yet another very powerful episode on the second act Reinvention series. I have Dr. Rabiaah Bhatia, right? Dr. Rabiaah Bhatia here sitting with me because when I read about her, I thought she is a chalta firta reinvention in herself. And she will talk more about what she's done so far. But to give you a slight bit of an introduction, she is a mompreneur. She is a mentor with IIT Guwahati and Niti Aayog. She is a young fashion model at 47. She is a public speaking person and really inspires a lot of people about her life. She talks a lot about how failures made her who she is. And of course, to give her all the credit, she is a personal branding expert as well. So welcome, and I'm meeting such incredible women on this platform. So thank you, Sochcast, for bringing her to me, and so much to learn from. But, because this is all about reinvention, it will be good justice if you talk about it. You tell us, who are you and how many times have you reinvented and continue to be?
Lovely question. First of all, thank you so much to Sochcast and to Miss Archana for inviting me here and making me feel an inspirational person. Still, I'm on this journey to be an inspiration for other women as well, because that's what I feel that we are born on this earth for. Archana, beautiful introduction about me. But still, I think I wear a lot of titles when I say that I am this, I am that, I am this. But before that, I would like to say here that I'm trying to be a human. We are all human beings. That's fine. We all are human beings. But being human is what I guess I'm trying to search. I'm trying to do that human revolution day by day, every moment, because as human beings, we tend to make mistakes. We are not perfect. And for me, there is nothing called perfection. So perfection is, Almighty might be perfect, but then Almighty has also done a lot of mistakes when we talk about Ramayana, when we talk about, the other religious katha, what is that, Ramayana, Mahabharata. So not many mistakes have been done by the God as well. So there is nothing called perfection. So I'm on that journey where, I love talking about my failures and the struggles of my life. Because there are people, there are women, especially the youth, they feel failure, oh my God, I cannot do that. The life is over. For them, the life is over. And to be honest, Archana, it feels me, it actually gives me shocks as well as, I get goosebumps whenever I hear that the student of class 12 has committed suicide, the student of class 8 has committed suicide, the student of class 10 has committed suicide. Post-COVID, I have heard many times about this. Why? Because of the fact that they were not able to cope up with that one failure in their lives. And why is that? They felt that failure, that means the life is over. But let me just tell you, failure is a ladder to success. Failure, when we take failure as a learning and an opportunity to overcome that failure and achieve something big, that is where your strength lies in. And that is how, I have reinvented myself a number of times during this lifetime. Because I felt that I am born for some purpose in my life. And if I'm living a luxurious life and I have that knowledge, skill set, why shouldn't I share with others as well? And make them better leaders, make them better people, make them better human beings as well.
Yeah, so very beautifully put that you're a human first and you're trying to make more humans, which is beautiful. I want to know, you talk so much about failure. So is failure the reason for reinvention?
I won't say that failure is a reason for reinvention, but failure was a challenge for me actually to become more successful.
And what is success?
Success when you see others happy because of you. For me, success is defined in a one-liner that others are feeling happy because of me. I've done something for the others because of why they are living such beautiful lives. Like the way you are doing. you're doing, and you are giving the opportunity to so many women to come here and to talk about their life journey.
Absolutely.
So something, this is called success because you are helping others to grow.
Yeah,
That is
I
what
also
is-
run an NGO, by the way. So
Yes,
I
you
think
told
that is something that I'm doing literally, as uplifting, because right from the bottom. Because if we
Absolutely.
empower each other, I think then
Yes,
yeah.
that is what the success is, when you grow and the others also grow because of you. And that gives me, mental peace, absolute happiness, and that satisfaction of living this beautiful life.
Right. I think I missed introducing you as the SDG ambassador.
Yes.
Because Pedal On, the NGO that I run, is a place of repurposing and upcycling cloth and sustainability for the underprivileged.
Wow.
So I would say that I'm trying to sustain their lives and trying to create sustainability in the environment so that we empower each other and make it more joyous
Yes.
of the surroundings that we are in.
Exactly.
So how did you really come to become the SDG ambassador? When was it that it hit you that, okay, these SDG goals I must know and I must work towards?
Exactly. So what happened, now I'll start talking about the first pause in my life when, though I was working with the puppets till 2014,
Wow.
and all of a sudden there was a realization that no, I'm not doing what for the purpose I've been born on this earth. So I took an exit from that luxurious life. I took a long break of 1 year, started working as a freelancer, doing multiple things at that point of time, but still did not give me that mental satisfaction. Then I thought, okay, now I have to change my path. When you talk about changing your path, that doesn't mean that you become religious, you become spiritual. Spirituality, religious, comes to us when we are helping others and when we are empowering others, the way you said, when we are uplifting others. So, yes, I wanted something so that I can, share my responsibilities as well. So I had to earn something. I could not only do a lot of, the charities and everything, but still, I found that I've been born on this earth for a purposeful life. To find out a meaning in my life, I started working for the government projects.
Wow.
And NGOs
But
too.
how did you get them?
Good question.
Yeah. How do you get to the government, by the way?
So 2015 was a break for me, and 2016 I started becoming active on LinkedIn, where I could find out that there is an option to be a spoken English trainer or a life skills trainer with the government schools, and they are hiring teachers for a summer vacation, summer camps, and
Right.
they send the teachers to the government schools where we can help the students on various skills and change their overall personality. So I was chanting. I'm a Buddhism practitioner. I've been practicing Buddhism for last 14 years now. And I'm very happy that, yes, that this philosophy has really changed my life and mindset too. So, and thanks to Almighty, thanks to Gonzon, I applied for it. I was interviewed by Macmillan and I was hyped by the government schools.
Very nice.
So that's how I started working with the government school students as well. And when I was going to the government school, coming up early in the morning, leaving that AC rooms and AC cars, and then standing under the roof where there is no light at times and where there are lizards on the wall and the rats on the floor and yes, mosquitoes. How can I forget about those things as well? So that part actually made me understood that how mandatory it was for me to come here, to stand here and to make these kids smile.
Wow.
Because I have worked with almost 5 schools till now in government schools because of this project. And the last day when the project got over, when I was leaving from the school, I used to see their eyes with tears and lips with smiling. saying me bye ma'am, goodbye ma'am, we might meet you during the next summer camp. So that was the phase which actually changed me from within actually. And side by side, yes, I'm thankful again to the Almighty that I started working with the Pathways Noida, and that's a brand everybody knows, Pathway School Noida. I worked with them for a year as a PR, and PR I'm very creative. When you talk about PR, public relations, personal branding, I love to make friends, I love to meet different people, I love to understand their mindsets, though I'm not a psychologist at all. But still, when you talk to them, you understand their mindsets, you understand their hearts, you understand their feelings and emotions towards you and towards the other people as well. So that is how I actually became very active and creative when it comes to the personal branding as well.
Wow.
Plus, I started going to NGOs. So, at the same point of time, as working as a PR, then government schools, then PR, then going to NGOs, made me feel that now my life is worth living. Till then, I think I was just having fun. And plus, when you work with the corporates, I realized that you do not get me time. Forget about me time, you do not get time for others as well. And when I started working in the education sector, NGOs, government schools, I got all the time for myself and for the others as well.
Yeah.
So this was the first pause and first reinvention in my life,
Very nice.
Now the second phase comes into my life. Thanks to Almighty once again. After a year when I worked with Pathways Noida, I got an opportunity to work with Rabiaah Group. It is another brand educational group, and I was hired as a HR and PR head. To be honest, Archana, why I left that position when you are sitting on that, high life and everything you are, plus what you want that Rutba, I would rather say fame, name, everything. But there was something missing again. I was actually torturing myself when I look back in my life. The worst part as a HR, when I used to fire people. And I felt that how will they handle their sheer responsibilities? If I'm firing them, they don't have a job in hand, how will they earn? How will they take care of their families? How will they take care of their kids, their spouses, their siblings, their parents? And one day I just gave up. I said no. And I walked into the cabin of our employer, the management, and I said, no, I'm putting down my papers, so I'm leaving now. And the faces were like this, shocked.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
is that
sure.
so? Yeah. Because when you're doing good in life, when you're doing good for the organization as well, who wants to leave the good resource? Nobody wants to leave the best resource.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm not able to cope up with this kind of, profile. Probably if you want, I can stay here, but I would love to retain people. I would not like to fire them at all. But yeah, everybody has their own policies, so we can't really make much changes in the policies. It's about the corporate culture. So I left, and then there is another challenge lying ahead. My own health.
Oh, okay.
And I had I think, the biggest surgery of my life. Though I had been operated 5 to 6 times in my life till now, but that surgery actually gave me a setback. I was operated for my tongue. I was not able to speak for 3 months.
Wow, really? And why?
I had tumor on my tongue. And when I look back, I feel that it wasn't a failure, but it was a challenge for me to overcome, because I had to do a lot in my life. I just couldn't give up. I just had to come over that mountain, and then And that too, a victory. It has to be a victory for me. I just can't be a loser. I have to be a winner in that situation as well. Because I have to go to government schools, I have to go to NGOs, I have to, help them with they're changing their personality, their life skills, especially the spoken English. Everything comes into picture when we go and, teach those students actually. And if I am not able to speak, then who will do it if I won't be? And there was a question. And so I was operated, I was in bed for good 2 months. That was a time when, 2017, August, I still remember the day and the date, everything. Because you also practice Buddhism, so now, that was another victory for me, another experience, another reinvention of me. I chanted a lot. My leaders chanted a lot for me. I took guidances, though everybody came to my place after a surgery. And believe me, this was another life-changing episode for me. Why? After the surgery, when I was discharged, the same day I had to go for an interview for the Gonzon, basically, because I opted for Gonzon enshrinement at my place, and I had to go in for interview. And there I was not able to speak up because, as per the doctor, that advised by the doctor, I did not have to speak for 3 months at least. To be honest, Archana, I went for the interview. And one of the Buddhism member took me for the interview because I was not in a position to stand even. Believe me, I reached at around 6 o'clock at home after getting discharged with my father. My father did not stop me from going for that interview. I reached there at 6:30 and 6:31 my interview started. And I don't know from where I got that willpower to speak immediately after the surgery. I seriously don't know.
And
but I spoke.
Wow.
Though yes, my speech was not that clear because the tongue was not able to revolve, I was not able to twist my tongue for certain words, but still I gave my interview. And that determination, my willpower, and getting that Gonzon, that feeling of Gonzon, made my leaders understood how important Gonzon is for me. And Gonzon was enshrined at my place in 2017 in September. And on the same date, I started my entrepreneurship journey as well.
Beautiful.
That was the day when I actually reinvented myself.
Very nice. Yes, very deep story, and thank you for sharing. It takes a lot to share stories and to go back again and again, and I know that
in that pain, though I feel happy about it, about talking about it, because there are especially women who give up with these kind of life struggles. But I would like to share that do not ever give up.
So what are
Keep
the things that you
persevering.
want to tell women out of your learning experiences of life?
There's one more experience, another reinvention of my life I would like to share. Then I would come back to the women and the youth both actually. Now, me and my husband were separated for good 20 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Were matlab? Now you're back together? Oh.
This is another achievement, you can say, another success
After 20
story.
years, wow.
After 20 years. I chanted, I was not I never dreamt about it that we'll be together. It was another life-changing scenario for me. When I chanted, I removed the grudges, I became happy, I became contented with what I have in my life and with what I have been doing for the others as well. And one day, he just comes to my place and tells me and my daughter that yes, let's get back.
Oh.
Let's get back. Probably, see, Archana, I won't say that, and we are in the similar kind of relationship, but yes, we are together. And that's the best part, because when my daughters wanted their father, he was there at that point of time.
I think children need both parents at all points in time, definitely. But
Yes.
this is not normal. I mean,
This is not normal.
coming back after so many years,
So many
2 decades
years.
of separation.
Yes.
It talks a lot, but I also feel that the effort has to be from both ends.
Both the ends,
and-
absolutely.
And like you spoke about forgiving and like letting go. I think that holds us a lot from inside, right? And
Exactly.
stops us from being us for a very long time. And once we release that, I think
We are in a more happier state. We are in a high life condition. Our spirits becomes very high, and especially the heart, then we become actually humans. See, we are not here to forgive anybody. We are nowhere to forgive anybody. We are no one. It's only in the hands of Almighty. I couldn't forget what happened 25 years ago. I got married at the age of 96, and we were separated exactly after 5 years. Exactly after 5 years we were separated. Life has been great to me. It has all ups and downs. And I always say that if life is a straight line, we know what happens. When ECG comes, okay, life is straight. The line is straight. We all know life is over. But life has been filled with ups and downs, their own challenges. But failure, challenges are a part of life. We should take it as a challenge, and we should not give up. This is the whole point. I am here today. I wanted to share with others as well. And for women, especially now, the message for women: live for yourself. Believe in yourself. That is the most important part. When you are dependent on others, especially your spouse, your parents, your kids, there you are a loser actually. Believe me. The moment you start believing in yourself, and the moment you start depending upon yourself, there the life starts. And there you are able to live not only for yourself but for others too. I'm not saying to any woman not to give importance to your husbands or your family or your spouses, but keep everybody on their own place and give importance to yourself too. You are equally important.
Yeah.
I have seen women who forget about themselves and okay, Pati Parmeshwar hai, ye hai, family hai, spouse hai. Nothing like that. Nobody can become a god. Let's first be a human. वो गॉड बनना तो बहुत दूर की बात है, बहुत ही दूर, बहुत वक्त लग जाएगा.
True. So you also work with kids, like you said.
Yes.
So women is of course something very close to my heart as well. And I think having a voice for women is extremely important, but it starts when we are younger. And I think during at least with us, we were so conditioned in a certain way, we were brought up in a certain way that it stayed pretty much with me even today. There are a lot of things that I in my personal and professional life have speaking about it, but at the same time some things just seem normal, जैसे कि उठ के पानी देना is normal, खाना बनाने की responsibility is normal, kids को school लेके जाना, उनका homework by women is normal. There are of course things which men do are also normal, like being the bread earner still is very normal.
Yes.
But now I think somewhere the lines are blurred.
Absolutely. Right? Very well said.
So, and I think the young generation recognizes that a lot. And I'm glad that the girls of today are not conditioned.
Not conditioned.
Though, I mean, we have brought them up pretty much similar to
Yes.
what we have gone through, but at least they question things. They say,
Yes.
why are you doing this, and why it can't be done in any other way? And,
Absolutely.
So where do you see your conditioning and now what's going on with the youth of today? Where do you bridge that
Wonderful
gap?
question. I think very beautiful question, Archana. So yes, the conditions like terms and conditions comes out along with the women actually since their birth. What I have seen in still there are certain traditional families which follow these terms and conditions actually. But to be honest, I have two girls and I'm proud mom basically that they are 25 and 23. So my younger daughter has recently started flying with Indigo and she's been working with Indigo for the last 1 year.
Oh, nice.
And she left for Kerala today morning and that's the reason I got a bit late. Sorry for that.
No problem.
And my elder daughter is on the edge of becoming a psychologist.
My God, that sounds dangerous.
Onco-psychologist, basically, I would rather say. Onco is connected to a term which is like cancer. So she's already a clinical psychologist and she has been giving, as a freelancer, she's been counseling patients as well.
Oh, nice.
And she's done her internships with good hospitals as well, like Safdarjung, AIMS. Why I'm talking about all these things? Because as your question was like, how do you, what for the youth basically? See, and I will talk about another experience, especially thanks to COVID, basically post-COVID, men have also learned how to cook, men has also learned how to do the cleaning of the houses, how to send their kids to the school as well, backpack, tiffin pack, everything. So, somewhere our mindsets are changing. And that too, I will not only, say thanks to the youth. It's basically, I think again, I will say thanks to Almighty that why that natural calamity, the COVID came into our lives basically.
Yeah,
and that's how people started understanding. And men, when they stayed at home, they understood the struggle of their wives as well. Because earlier they was thinking that yes, I earn bread and butter, and what my wife is doing, she's sitting at home, just doing household work. But let me just tell you, being a housewife is a 24/7 job, which is not paid off properly.
Of course. It's a $1 trillion economy.
It's a $1 trillion economy. Yes.
Absolutely.
So that's why I think youth was able to understand that parents, whether a male or women, men and women, my mom and dad, they are equal in responsibilities and they have to share together all the responsibilities.
Sure. So what is it that keeps you doing the kind of stuff that you're doing now? I hear you when you say there is a lot of purpose that you were searching for. There is a lot of give back that you want in your life. There is a lot of failures that you feel that are a part of you. And also you lay a lot of importance to the struggle bit when it came to your personal reinvention, so to say. So there is a lot that you're doing still. What is the next that is coming?
So Archana, next I never plan out, to be honest. I never dreamt about success. I achieve it in my own terms and conditions. But what is next, even I don't know. And I always believe that whatever comes to you, just grab the opportunity. Because you never know whether that opportunity will knock your door once again or not.
Yeah.
So I always tell the youth as well, keep trying, do not stop. We all are unstoppable. And there is no comparison between one person and another person. We all are unique in our own ways. You are doing unique work. I am doing unique work. Richa Mehta is doing unique work. Then we have Dr. Sangeeta Taneja. She's doing unique work. So everybody is doing something unique. It's just that how we cope up with our own life situations and how we support each other, how we empower each other.
Right. So is there somebody who does inspire you when you're down and out? Something that you pick and read, or somebody you can think of who you just pick up the phone and speak? Is there somebody in your life?
To be honest, if I talk about, I go back and read my mentor's guidances, I chant, Yes. I won't say that they inspire me, but then when they scold me, actually, that is how I get encouraged and motivated. Thanks to my daughters for that matter. They keep encouraging me. They keep motivating me, and if I am a fashion model at the age of 47, I call myself as a young model at the age of 47. It's all because of them. They wanted me to live a life which I dreamt of at the age of 16.
Very nice.
So they are the ones who keep motivating me. If I am in a kind of, little bit of stress, they understand, because when they look at me, my face talks about a lot about me, my own mental condition, mental situation. So especially thanks to my psychologist daughter, she understands me very well, and both of them actually starts encouraging me and motivating.
So if there is something to wrap up this conversation and you want women to know about how they should lead their life for reinvention, what are you going to say?
I think age is just a number. You can reinvent yourself at any given point of time, at any given age, just by believing in yourself. Because we talk about bringing a change in the society, bringing a change in our surroundings, but first bring a change in your own life, bring a change in your own mental mindsets, be the change to bring that change actually.
I think beautifully summed up, and this was yet another very powerful and a very motivating episode, I have to say. Besides going through so much in life, you could still see hope and light and spread that light to others. So thank you, Dr. Rabiaah. This was completely mesmerizing, and I'm sure that there will be many who will be learning and getting inspired from this episode.
Thank you so much, Archana, for inviting me once again on this, and sitting on this chair gives me that motivation and encouragement. And just last one thing, yes, there was a time I actually tried to commit suicide as well.
Oh.
So I wanted to speak about this as well.
Sure.
Many people hide these kind of life episodes, but yes, I wanted to talk about it, because that was a time when I felt like a loser and life is nothing. Because something happens, everybody faces that kind of situation. But yes, I actually tried committing suicide. But look at me now, how I have changed myself and my mindset as well.
So then on that question, after this I want to ask you, what helped you then?
I think I did not know that at the time when I was trying to take my life, there's another life in
you. So there was your daughter who was going to be
younger daughter, yes, and that actually completely changed me. That how I became so selfish, and I did not think about my elder daughter who was hardly 1.5 years ago, and I did not even think about that life which just started.
And she's the one who knows you the best now, right?
And she's the one who knows me the best, yes.
So thank you. I think this was a very vulnerable episode, lots that you shared, opening your heart. It's not easy, but I'm sure that there will be people who can relate to this, resonate with it, and take life as it comes and make it really beautiful.
Beautiful.
In and around us. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.